A bread recipe uses 180 grams of flour for every 12 milliliters of water. Lena plans to bake bread for classmates using 240 milliliters of water. How much flour will she need in pounds? 1 kilogram is approximately equal to 2.2 pounds. And we have to pick which one of these is the correct answer. A bread recipe uses 180 grams of flour. So the recipe needs 180 grams of flour. And for every 180 grams of flour it also uses 12 milliliters of water. Now, Lena is going to bake bread for her classmates, but she's not going to use 12 milliliters of water. She's actually going to use 240 milliliters of water. So, oh, my pen has gone a bit funny. Let me correct that. She's going to use 240 milliliters of water. Therefore, we need to know how much flour will she need? Well, let's find out how much flour she needs, first of all, in grams. Then we will deal with pounds. Can you see a pattern between 12 and 240? So if I multiply, what do I multiply by 12 to get me to 240? Well, if I multiply 12 by 2, I'm going to get 24. But it's 240. So if I multiply 12 by 20, then that will give me 240. So I'm multiplying 12 by 20. Therefore, if I multiply 12 by 20, to see how much flour I need to use, I'm going to have to multiply 180 by 20. So 180 multiplied by 20 equals, well, if it's 180 multiplied by 2, not 20, I know that 18 and 18 is 36. So 180 multiplied by 2 is 360. However, I'm not multiplying it by 20. By 2, I'm multiplying it by 20. So let's add on that 0. Okay, so first of all, I multiplied 180 by 2, and then I got 360, and I added on the extra 0 because I'm multiplying it by 20, not 2. So the flour that we need is 3,600 grams of flour. But we are not looking for the answer in grams. We are looking for the answer in pounds. So how do we convert 3,600 grams into pounds? What information do they give us over here? They tell us that 1 kilogram, well, is this in kilograms? It's not, it's in grams. So let's convert it so that we have kilograms. To convert grams to kilograms, we divide by 1,000. So 3,600 grams divided by 1,000 is going to be 3.6 kilograms. Let me change that, 3.6 kilograms. Now we still have to get our answer in pounds. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So I'm going to write over here, 1 kilogram is approximately equal to 2.2 pounds. Therefore, 3.6 kilograms is going to be equal to 3.6 multiplied by 2.2. So to get my answer, I'm going to have to multiply 3.6 multiplied by 2.2 to get what my answer is in pounds. Before we do this, before we go calculating, let's save some time. What do you think the answer might be as an estimate? Well, I know that 3 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So I know that my answer is going to be greater than 6 pounds, but it's probably going to be less than 8 pounds. Okay, let's look at the answers. Is my answer going to be 43 pounds, 43.2 pounds? Definitely not. Definitely not. My answer is going to be greater than 6, but it's going to be less than 7, 8, 9 pounds. Okay. 3.7 pounds is too small because already 3 2s are 6. Possibly 7.92 pounds, definitely not 7,920 pounds, and 2.5 pounds is too small. So do we really need to work out what 3.6 multiplied by 2.2 is? We actually don't. And that will save us some time if we cross-check with the answers, what the answers are. So we can see that our answer is 7.92 pounds. If you did, which you really shouldn't, but if you did multiply 3.6 multiplied by 2.2, you could do it this way. One of the ways you could do it is by taking out the decimal points, multiply these two numbers together, and then put back in the decimal point into your answer by moving back to place value spaces. But you don't need to multiply because you've already got the answer there.